Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. In today's video, we're going to be profiling a company by the name of Tier 1 Silver. This one came to me in the form of a subscriber request. Shares are trading hands up in excess of 20% during today's session, so I thought it was very timely to get this video out. This is obviously a silver exploration focused company in Peru, so they operate in one of the best silver jurisdictions in the world, and there's a lot going on at this corporation that you can get excited about. Now, before we get into it, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a huge help to myself and the channel. It's 100% free to do, and we would really appreciate the support. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. We just crossed 43,000 subscribers. We'd love to have you as part of the community. And finally, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know if you're holding shares of this company, your outlook on the silver sector overall, and your thoughts for 2024. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be focusing on Tier 1 Silver Incorporated. This one came to me in the form of a subscriber request. They trade on the TSX Venture here in Canada under the ticker TSLV and on the OTC in the United States under the ticker TSLV.V. Now, silver and gold is a super interesting industry. As you guys know, I'm very passionate about hard money. And the thing that I like about silver is not only is it looked at as a store of value, but it's also got a number of industrial uses as well that really put additional demand on the limited supply. Now, smaller exploration stage companies like Tier 1 Silver are super exciting, specifically this story because early in their exploration campaign, they returned sample grades of up to 298,000 grams per ton silver and almost a kilogram of gold. So these grades are really unheard of in the industry and definitely grab investors' attention. Now, for full disclosure, you guys, Tier 1 Silver is a sponsor of this video, and I am not currently a shareholder of this company, but I'd love to introduce you to the story because, as mentioned, smaller exploration stage companies like Tier 1 Silver really are a leveraged play on the underlying asset. And as you can see here, Tier 1 Silver during today's session, this is midday, Wednesday, April 3rd, is up in excess of 26% or 2.5 cents per share, currently trading hands at 12.5 cents Canadian. And if we zoom out to a 1-month chart, you can see a very strong trend developing for Tier 1 Silver, really bouncing off lows we saw towards the end of March in the 7-cent range. Now, market cap on this one is sub $25 million. And as mentioned in the intro, the focal point of their assets is located in Peru. Now, because this is the first time we're covering Tier 1 Silver on the channel, I wanted to give you guys a quick intro into what it is this company is all about. They put together a very good video on their corporate YouTube channel, Tier 1 Silver Inc. I would encourage you guys to go take a look for yourself, but I thought this was a perfect way to set the stage before we jump over to the corporate website and investor presentation.
For Tier 1, we have two premier projects, both of which provide investors with multiple swings at a discovery. I'm Peter Dembicki, President and CEO of Tier 1 Silver. Mining has been a part of Peru for a long time. Peru is, the second largest producer of copper in the world, the largest reserves of silver in the world. It provides a huge opportunity for anyone to go in there and make that truly world-class discovery that really sets them apart from other nations around the world. So Curibaya is a project that sits just north of the border of Chile that has had grades up to 300,000 grams per ton silver, up to a kilo in gold. 70 plus samples of silver over 1,000 grams per ton, 70 plus samples over 2.5 grams per ton gold. So the grade is there.
So as described in that video, you guys, Peru is the focal point of Tier 1 Silver, and for good reason. This jurisdiction is traditionally known for very high concentrations of both silver and gold deposit. And as we now jump over to the Tier 1 corporate website, I'll leave this linked in the video description below. You can see prominently displayed on the front page is the current spot price of gold, silver, and copper. with silver really being looked at as a breakout commodity, or at least the potential to have a breakout in 2024, as we're seeing things like increasing rates of inflation, growing government debts and deficits, and uncertainty in our traditional or fiat monetary system. Now, as you can see, Tier 1 Silver is an exploration company that was a spin-out back in 2020. The company is focused on creating significant value for shareholders through the discovery of world-class silver, gold, and base metal deposits, again in Peru. The company's exploration assets include Corisur and the flagship project Curibaya that we just heard the CEO talk about in that intro video. Now we're going to get into some of these company highlights as we move through the investor presentation, but I quickly wanted to call out the Curibaya property is comprised of approximately 16,800 hectares. It's situated in a copper porphyry belt that hosts some of Peru's largest porphyry deposits, including Freeport's deposit, Southern Copper's 2 deposits, and Anglo America's Quellaveco deposit. Now you can see on the screen here the inaugural drill program at Curibaya took place in 2021, and that drill program returned multiple significant intercepts, including 1.5 meters of 1,129 grams per ton silver and 1.04 grams per ton gold, and 1 meter of 1,431 grams per ton silver and 0.39 grams per ton gold. And Curibaya is actually permitted for drilling of up to 200 additional holes from 20 drill pads, with the #1 silver target to be tested in the upcoming drill program. And you'll also take note that leadership has 2 prior exploration successes under their belt: Keegan Resources, which is now Galiano Gold, a producing gold company, and of course Caden Resources, which sold back in 2014 to Agnico Eagle for $205 million Canadian. So with that being said, if we now jump over to the investor presentation, you can see another look at the experienced and well-rounded leadership team here, again headed by CEO Peter Dembicki, who we just saw speak in that initial video, along with a stacked board of directors with significant experience and connections in the mining and exploration space. Now this is a look at those 2 previous successes we just referenced, both Keegan Resources and Caden Resources, both returning significant value to shareholders and investors, and a great example of what the leadership team here at Tier 1 Silver is capable of, with their focus now shifted to what they're coining the perfect commodity, silver. So as mentioned earlier, silver has a number of industrial applications and uses, including the automotive and EV space, the solar industry, electronics, all 3 of which are expected to grow exponentially in the next few decades. There's silver bullion, of course. I've actually got some locked up in the safe behind me in my bedroom, and jewelry, silverware, photography, things that traditionally consume silver, which surprisingly saw a jump of 29% from 2021 to 2022. Now, interestingly enough, Peru produces approximately 16% of the global silver supply, and demand for silver along with gold is expected to continue to increase based on a lot of these factors. Now this slide here talks about the performance of silver compared to other asset classes like gold, for example. And you can see based on historical records and trends, silver has outperformed gold in all but one bull market, in many cases by hundreds and hundreds of percent. And that, of course, is what brings us to these 2 premier projects in Peru, which are both silver focused. So we just learned Peru is the 3rd largest producer of silver in the world. They've got the largest reserves of silver in the world, along with being the 6th largest producer of gold and the 2nd largest producer of copper. So they're no stranger to mining and exploration. Plus you've got the potential for these extremely rich or high-grade deposits. And there you can see their flagship Curibaya property. Now what's super interesting about this property, it's large scale, it's high grade, it's 100% owned. And you can see based on this map, it's located in that porphyry belt with a lot of these other world-class deposits and locations in this same proximity. Now the project itself is the first major epithermal occurrence in this belt. The initial surface sampling programs at Curibaya returned numerous high-grade samples of silver, gold, and copper over a 4 by 5 kilometer alteration system, including 298,000 grams per ton silver and 940 grams per ton gold. And the mineralization and the age dates at this location align with other major deposits in the area. Now, as we've talked about in other mining and exploration based videos, proximity is everything here, you guys, and you want to be surrounded by other successful projects. Curibaya is large, it's underexplored, and it happens to be in a belt of these other major mines and deposits you can see on the screen here, with the land immediately surrounding Curibaya being staked since Tier 1 initiated exploration. Now, they then go on to give additional details about the rock sampling at this location, so I would encourage you guys to go in and take a closer look at some of these test results, along with highlights from the drill program, with 30% of the holes in that inaugural program hitting what they would consider to be high-grade intercepts. And that's what we talked about in the intro of today's video. Now, what's exciting about Tier 1 Silver is they've actually got their second phase of drilling planned now, which is going to be conducted from 5 different drill platforms and looking into this newly identified Sambale Chico corridor. So a number of exciting catalysts on the horizon for Tier 1 Silver, in addition to the recent price action we've seen from this company. Now, the other thing I really like about Tier 1 Silver is they've got a well-diversified shareholder base of upwards of 14,000 to 16,000 individual shareholders and a tightly held share structure. So for those reasons, you guys, I definitely think this one is worth a closer look if you're looking for exposure to silver and gold in your personal portfolio. They've got high quality exploration projects located in Peru, which is historically known for high grade deposits. They've got the technical ability, the diversified team of geologists, and that noteworthy history of success in the space, with the connections, experience, and personal investment needed to really take Tier 1 Silver to the next level. Now, I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, specifically if you're already holding shares of Tier 1 and your outlook on the silver market overall in 2024. If you're still watching, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well. We just crossed 43,000 subscribers. We'd love to have you as part of the community, and make sure to hit the like button on your way out. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.